Hey guys, Gamer Prime here, and today I have my top 10 Nintendo 64 games. Now mostly this is going to be a very nostalgic moment for me, so I might get into personal stories as well as graphic gameplay mechanics and what the story is about. Enjoy. Number 10. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This game is the game me and my mom would used to play when I was in kindergarten until 2 in the morning on weekends and right after I got home from school. This game is truly amazing and any Zelda fan has to play it. The graphics are just as great as its predecessor, the music's amazing, and the story is wonderful. What else can I say? It's a Zelda game. Go play for yourself and go make some great memories like I have. Number 9. Number 9 is Star Fox 64. How could I not have this game on the list? This game is awesome. It took everything from the original Star Fox and enhanced it by 100%. The graphics, the characters, and this.
Do a barrel roll!
Makes this game one of my favorites. Number 8. Number 8 is Mario Kart 64. I love this game so much. When I was little, I used to sit down with my family and play every track in this damn game. It's so much fun because of the gameplay, and there weren't many racing games like this at the time. Diddy Kong Racing and Mickey Speedway were okay, but this game was one of them that I would play over and over again. It's truly one of the best racing games ever made, in my opinion, because of just not the memory I have, because of how much it influenced racing games in the future. Number 7. Number 7 is Mario 64. Many people may wonder why this is not in my top 5. The reason for that is because this is my list and how much I'm going by how much I love the games, and I love this game, but to me it just ended up here. There's so many things about this game that I could tell you, but I have one memory of when I was little. I had my dad go 40 miles away to get me a new copy of the game. Not to mention I had 3 copies of the game, just so I could look at the box. This game paved the way for every game that was released after that. Number 6. Number 6 is Banjo-Kazooie. One of my favorite games of all time, but not necessarily on the system. I have actually very dull memories of this game being played on the Nintendo 64 as a child. I think that because of my mom getting mad at Mad Monster Mansion because she couldn't find the last 3 notes in the cellar. Any other way, the music is great. Thank you, Grant Kirkhope, who I actually got to speak to personally on Facebook. The gameplay is fantastic, and it's definitely a game I recommend playing, even on the Xbox, because that, to me, is the full version of the game. Number 5. Warning! This next game is not for anyone 17 or younger. My ass. My number 5 is Conker's Bad Fur Day. My mom actually introduced me to this game as a little kid, and I hated everything about it. The cursing, the intro that scared the crap out of me because of that stupid chainsaw, and that goddamn alien. But overall, I ended up loving the game 10 years later because of all of this. Rareware did a great job making this game, and it was a very controversial title of the time because of how ridiculously humorous it is in adult humor. And I mean, just go play it for yourself because it's one of the games you have to play. It is just that funny, and there's so many different parts of it that like pick up from different perspectives of games. Like, you have platforming, you have the shooting part, and there's many gameplay mechanics that you don't see in a lot of games, except for the final boss. But I'm very depressed that a sequel that will probably never happen because of Microsoft. I hate you. Number 4. Number 4 is Donkey Kong 64. I played this game basically all of my life. I remember being placed in my little chair, handed a Nintendo 64 controller, and a blue Italian ice, and playing this game while my mom and dad were gone. I never really got the feel of the game for myself until recently, but I always loved watching other people play it and seeing the great level design and the wonderful soundtrack. Thank you once again, Grant Kirkhope. And this game really blew me away as a child, and I really respect what it did for Donkey Kong. It really made the series very popular, and I want another game like this, but I mean, it could happen someday, but I have no clue, because Rare still technically owns the rights to making this game, but Nintendo published it, so it can't be put on the Virtual Console for those reasons. But I mean, Nintendo can always remake it, can't they? But yeah, this game is like the golden game, actually yellow, of the Nintendo 64. Number 3. Number 3 is Paper Mario. First of all, let me say this. Paper Mario is my all-time favorite RPG, and I could play it all damn day. Now, Pokemon Heart Gold is high up there, but Paper Mario is the RPG I grew up with. The music, the gameplay, the rich graphics for that time were everything I loved as a little kid, and I still love to this day. The characters are truly the ones that really made me keep playing and see what kind of different character you meet next because of the different personalities they had. Number 2. Number 2 is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Anytime someone says Nintendo 64, I always think of two things: the Golden Age of Rare and Zelda: Ocarina of Time. For me, this game summed up the rest of my childhood. The temple design, the overworld, the characters, and once again, especially the music. I don't know how much more nostalgic it can get. This game is the complete package because of those reasons. This is truly one of the best games of all time because of how big it is and how the gameplay style influenced how future games in the series and other games were made because of this. And I think this is one of the best Zelda games of all time, and I believe there's only one Zelda game better, in my opinion. Backstory time. When I was in kindergarten, me, my uncle, and my aunt went to a mall near where I live. We went to the GameStop, and they were having a buy one get 50% off of Nintendo 64 games because they were going out of business because of the GameCube recently released. So I browsed through the games, and I found Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, and the number 1 game of the Nintendo 64 for me. Here is number 1. Number 1. Number 1, Banjo-Tooie. How the hell does this make it past the original? Well, it does because of the memories I have with it. Right when I got home that night, and the rest of the summer, me and my mom played the hell out of this game. We loved how much it was like the original, and again how much it was different. You got to play as Banjo, of course, but you also got to play as Kazooie by yourself, Banjo as himself, without Kazooie, and Mumbo Jumbo, the shaman from the first game. With all these characters, you go through many amazing and different worlds as you go and stop the evil witch from causing evil to Banjo's world once again. So there you have it, my top 10 Nintendo 64 games. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and comment your favorite Nintendo 64 games below. I know I still have a few that didn't make it on the list, and I'd love to share them one day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time on my top 10 PS2 games.